This video is brought to you by Taco Tac LLC. Taco Tac is an e-commerce, sports, fitness and education platform. Today we're going to be talk about the profitable highest paying niches in YouTube. And we're not just going to be talking about YouTube AdSense revenue. We're also going to talk about what you can earn in terms of the best niches when it comes to YouTube brand deals and those opportunities. But before we get started, subscribe to our channel and turn on all notification to be notified whenever we upload a new video. So first let's start by talking about YouTube monetization and what impacts your AdSense revenue. The AdSense revenue you get from YouTube is split 55-45 between YouTube and the content creator, with the content creator getting 55% of the ad revenue. Now, when we talk about CPM rates, we're talking about what advertisers are paying for the content for every 1,000 views. And that's what a CPM is. An RPM, which you see in YouTube dashboard, represents how much money you're making, how much money is going in your pocket per those 1,000 views on YouTube videos. There are 5 factors that actually determine your CPM rates in YouTube. And what is that advertisers pay? It starts with your audience type. The niche that you pick also matters, which is the entire point of this video. The amount of available advertising inventory for those monetized views, the content itself, because that determines what advertisers it's matched to, as well as whether the content is monetizable or how many views in terms of the inventory it can match for. And of course, finally, the country that you're in, since that actually is something that advertisers use to decide whether or not they are going to advertise and market to an audience. The country and the language matters a lot more than you might think. In terms of the highest paying countries when it comes to YouTube AdSense revenue, it probably doesn't shock you that those are usually Western English speaking countries like the US, Canada, the UK, also Germany, Australia, and New Zealand. Yeah, just having a channel in an English speaking country is a huge advantage when it comes to YouTube AdSense and higher CPM rates. So let's talk about the 5 highest paying niches in YouTube when it comes to YouTube AdSense and YouTube monetization. Some of these probably won't shock you too much. When it comes to the highest paying and most profitable niches in YouTube, it's usually going to be e-commerce and anything with online business. It's also going to be personal finance channels, which I think is kind of obvious at this point. If you look at Graham Stephan, YouTube millionaire, earning well over $100,000 to $200,000 a month in YouTube AdSense revenue alone from his channel, mostly focused around how he became a real estate millionaire, now YouTube millionaire. Tech channels also tend to do well on YouTube. When you're talking about things like smartphones, camera gear, any type of consumer electronics, software and tutorial channels actually do exceedingly well in terms of CPM rates, just depending on what you're covering. There's a lot of different opportunities there, both in terms of brand deals and affiliate marketing on top of really good AdSense. And then finally, lifestyle channels. And this isn't necessarily just vlogs or beauty and fashion, even though there's a lot of overlap there. The reason that lifestyle channels do well is because it's one of the few ways that you can still do variety content successfully on YouTube. And I know a lot of you are shocked that it's not going to be things like what Mr. Beast does in terms of extreme challenge videos. Those videos make the usual amount of general content on YouTube in terms of entertainment videos, but they also are widely susceptible to demonetization or to just not getting high ad rates or a lot of inventory despite getting a lot of views. It's not abnormal for YouTube videos that are viral style videos in this genre to do 1 million views and make $500 to $1,000 in AdSense revenue. I know you're looking for, e-commerce style videos tend to do anywhere from $30 to as high as $50 CPM rates. I've even seen people that I know do as high as $75 or $80, which is insane to think about when it comes to e-commerce. The thing is, not everybody can do this kind of content successfully or legitimately. So it's not like you should just go out and make e-commerce tutorials. You actually have to provide people real value, or you're definitely going to get called out and you'll deserve it. Real estate videos. I've seen clients of mine in the real estate industry. I've actually worked with love content creators. They're in that niche and I've seen them get $30, $40, even $50 CPM rates, even with low views and low subscribers. YouTube AdSense revenue is not dictated by subscribers. And in terms of views, that won't necessarily raise your CPM rates. It will just mean that you're making more money off of those views because you have volume in your favor, since you're getting paid for every 1,000 views. If we're going by CPM and RPM, then yes, having more views can help you, but having high CPM rates, even if you're getting less views, if it's worth more money, there's kind of a law of diminishing returns there. So if you're getting a lot of views, but the CPM rates are low, somebody who's getting less views with a much higher CPM rate, if it's high enough, will out-earn you. Personal finance and entrepreneurship videos. Topics that we dip into here on the channel quite a bit, since, I built an online business that does multiple six figures at this point, even outside of my YouTube content. Videos around personal finance, but also entrepreneurship, things like affiliate marketing, make money online, personal finance in terms of debt, credit cards, those types of videos can go upwards of $20 and can go as high as $40 in CPMs. In terms of more normal YouTube content, tech videos are very popular on YouTube. Software and tutorial content tends to do really good in CPMs with about $10 to $12 being the average, but certain software could have very high CPMs. I've seen things closer to the tied to a web design and development, and some other styles of videos have $30 and $40 CPMs when it comes to software and technology. And a lot of these types of videos also tie themselves very well to affiliate marketing and brand deals. So these have a lot of opportunity to them. You guys already know that the average YouTuber usually sees $2 to $5 CPM rates, if they're lucky, and that's if you're a YouTube content creator in a Western English speaking country, like the United States, whereas content creators abroad see much lower CPM rates for their videos. So just take all of this with a grain of salt and look at your own channel. There are things like demonetization, and ultimately it's pretty inconsistent. In terms of the diversity of opportunities, lifestyle and blogs is actually a really solid niche. It balances with decent AdSense revenue. It can get views and a loyal invested audience because of the nature of the content, the consistency that's delivered on. And like I said, you get to work with a lot of brands in terms of variety, enough variety to match the content itself. So there's a lot that goes on there. Tech is also a huge one. In the tech space, you just have so many brands when it comes to electronics, that there's almost unlimited opportunities. This is also similar in terms of beauty and fashion, and why you see a lot of the higher earning YouTubers in those niches do very, very well because of the variety of brands they can work with. Both of those obviously do very well on affiliate revenue. Now I know it's not going to come a shock to many of you, especially since you watch my content, to know that software and tutorials allow you to do a lot of brand deals as well, very similar to tech. In fact, it overlaps with the tech space. So there are a lot of opportunities there. To all YouTube content creators, what are your questions about the business of YouTube? Let us know in the comments section. Like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe, check out the other awesome content on the channel. See you in the next one.